Oh, what is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome back to welcome to episode number 9. Not welcome back. Welcome back to my Path to Power. Welcome to episode number 9 of my Path to Power. We're going to go ahead and toss our Serie A players on the bench. I was informed that it is indeed still called Serie A. I knew that. I just saw the calcio, and come on, EA. I'm like brainwashed by EA. It's not good. Well, one thing that is good, though, custom tactics in Ultimate Team. I'm playing around with these. I have not figured them out by any means, in any way, shape, or form. This is really my best guess, my first guess as to what I think might be good for me. So it's going to be a bit of an experiment for us. You guys will get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly of messing around with the tactics, because I do believe that it has a significant impact. Games that I felt like I've been absolutely dominated so far this year, I just felt like the guy knew exactly, like he had the right tactics to counter not only my team, but to play to his style. So we're heading on in to a seasons match. We're in Division 9 with our Belgian Pro League side, our BPL side, if you will, but the other BPL. And we're coming up against Mr. Meister 95. I saw a comment in the last episode that was like, Japes, do you ever have a bad day on FIFA? And dude, you jinxed me. Like, I have been playing so poorly today, I don't even have words for myself at this point. So just, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm playing with confidence on FIFA, everything goes to pieces. Mainly my finishing. Like I'll still create 10, 15 chances a game, but I just cannot finish my dinner. It's absolutely outrageous, and it drives me nuts. So this episode, you're going to see some, I don't know what's wrong with me action. And I've been looking around on YouTube even to check out some different finishing tutorials. And frankly, I haven't found one that I think is particularly good. I have not found a way to finish yet this year. That's a huge mistake. But what am I trying to do passing it in? I know Bailey's left foot and he doesn't even have 70 passing. I don't know why I'm trying to force that pass inside. What an absolute thunderbolt, though, from a man that we actually got in our starter pack for Path to Power Eunice. The German left winger, 85 dribbling. He actually was a little bit of a menace. So I've got to say, if you need a budget winger, go check him out. I can't really say much about this goal other than I deserve that. But he can finish that. And I'm all right, so maybe I just have to smash them from outside and see what happens. But you can see right there, Leon Bailey was wide open on the left the entire time. But because I'm not confident in my ability, I waited way too long and got panicky. And this is just that was incredibly frustrating because I felt like I stopped or should have cut out that attack a few times. The first goal, I made that mistake and I felt like I deserved that. Not the pass I was looking for right there, but can you throw a guy a bone? Can something go my way? What is happening? So I'm right there with you guys. I've seen a lot of tweets and stuff that have been Japes, I'm actually really, really struggling this year. And guys, my record might not show it, but you guys are just seeing the goals and stuff mainly. But I'm right there with you trying to figure out exactly what to do properly. And this is another just great ball. And I'm trying to nod this across goal. And it just, Moses Simon just can't do it. And finally, in the 86th minute, Bailey again bursting free and cuts it back. But no, and right there, I could have taken another touch to the inside and either smashed it near post or tried to finesse it far post. But I just am it's a little bit panicky. It's not confident on the ball, and it's just rushed. And being rushed is not good. Ben Arfa finally gets one goal back for me in the 90th minute to save me from like a total embarrassment of a match. 2-0 is like a brutal. I do lose on this FIFA especially so far, but like losing by 2 goals, I try not to let happen too often. You can see I had chances. I didn't put things on target, and his pass accuracy was under 80%. So I was doing okay defensively as well. Like his chances were a lot of what you saw, where he'd shoot it and it'd go right into my center back or something like that. But it's just one of those frustrating games of FIFA when you're out there learning the game, and that is most definitely what I'm doing. So as you guys know with Path to Power, I try to share what's working for me, what's not working for me. Sometimes you guys even give me some tips in the comments. As I mentioned many times so far, I do read through all of them. I decided to go ahead and change the strategy a little bit for my Serie A side. So we're going to still keep the passing up because I have a kind of pass-happy style. Well, I wouldn't say pass-happy, but it's a pass-oriented style. What I thought, I'm not sure if the default tactics are, what's the word I'm looking for, are formation-based. So if they change or not, somebody will be able to tell me that in the comments. I will probably actually check it after I do this commentary and see exactly what they might be based on. But still trying to change them around a little bit and see if I can't find what will work best for me. So we head on in to another match with our 3-2-2-1-2 formation, not the 3-5-2, but I actually really like this formation this year, and the false 9, honestly, I've been struggling with it a little bit. I don't know if I'm developing maybe some not so great habits from the 3-5-2, but I like 2 striker formations this year, and I like the narrow formations or like having a congested midfield. Narrow formations like the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow and the 4-3-1-2. I find that I'm able to control the play better with that type of formation. Now, I think there are instructions that I could use for the false 9 that would work out well. Lovely run, João Mario. I asked if you guys wanted to see informed Falque in the future, but I think we're going to go ahead and keep João Mario. A lot of you guys were like, Japes, he's got a much better defensive stat. You should just hold on to him. And frankly, I really like him. So that's my plan at this point in time. We did get the names over the top of the players. Hooray for that. So I want to shout out the 2 of you guys on Twitter that reminded me. I appreciate it. But he is coming right back, 85th minute, working it wide with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and I just dive in with Tonelli. No real reason for it, and no real reason for this. Like, what am I doing right there? I thought I could throw it straight to my attacking mid and get a counter, but like, why do I need a counter attack 1-0 up in the 87th minute? Like, don't make the mistakes that I make, guys. Just don't do it. When you're not having a good day of FIFA, sometimes it's better to just put the game down. But this early on, like, I want to grind the draft on my main account, and I was just not playing well on there either. And luckily, we're going to get, one more chance in this one. But like, that's just a total like brain. I'm at like a loss for words what to do with myself sometimes. I try to pride myself on making smarter, intelligent choices when I can, and doing things like that, I just don't know what's going on in my head. It might be because I'm a little bit tired. I woke up kind of early, didn't have a great night's sleep, so maybe that's playing into it, but I just can't finish, and that has nothing to do with being tired. Creativity, I would say, has something to do with being tired, but luckily, Icardi flicks it off the post. Jason Murillo is there to turn that one in, get 3 points for us right here. Ugh. The struggle is real, boys. The struggle is real. It is a bad. Like, I'm gonna win this game, but do I feel dominant for Division 9? No, I do not. And That's rough. We had to bring on Vidal because, of course, one of my two CDMs who both seem to be quite injury prone went down with an injury. So luckily Arturo was chilling out and we were able to bring him into the squad. At this point, like when I play poorly, that's when I'm tempted to sell players on and build new teams and be like, yeah, it's the team, not me. It's the formation, not me. I just need to switch some things around. You can see I'm still creating chances. I just don't finish anything. So we don't win Division 9 yet. We need one more point. So that means we're going to get at least one more match for you guys here. But Bilia down, and I think he's out for... Is he? I think he might be out for like 5 games. Yeah, he's got a foot injury and he's out for 5 matches. I've seen a few tweets from guys like Bateson that are like, injuries are out of control this year on Ultimate Team, and I don't think they're quite out of control. We've only picked up a few, and Strootman is pretty injury prone in real life, so him picking up an injury is kind of whatever. But Bilia, I'm not quite sure if he's got the injury prone trade. I feel like he doesn't though, but that's me just speculating. But I'm down with injuries, and if you play Ultimate Team a lot, yeah, it's annoying, especially if you're not opening tons of packs and have tons of healing cards. But I mean, worst case scenario, you end up having to try out a new player, right? And this year, especially with the way injuries go, it's all the more important to have a fitness team or a team that you can use when you need to give your main team a break. So we're working an attack here in the 2nd minute, and this is just a great start to the game. That's a great finish across the keeper. Ilicic coming in hot, coming up big for us. Getting an early goal for me on FIFA, as I'm sure for all of you guys as well, is just a huge deal. My confidence level skies when I do that. And, you know, it just is game-changing. And I don't want to toss around game-changing too much, but it just makes such a huge difference to me. But he's going to get, well... He's going to make a pretty silly pass right there. And honestly, this guy was not a fantastic opponent, and I probably should have created more chances. But you can see we're pinging around, trying to take advantage of those custom tactics to work the passes. And that's not a great pass, but what's even worse than that is the angle that he takes with Clichy. And oh my goodness, it's not a great chip, but it's a chip nonetheless. Icardi, welcome to the chip life, my friend. First one in Path to Power. The little dink over the keeper is actually pretty reliable this year. So as long as you time it well, you should have a pretty good consistency as far as whether or not it will go in. Great tackle there, Stroman. Finds Icardi again, and Icardi just smashes that one into the far corner, making this one 3-0 at the half. That felt good. Like, I hit that, and I was like, maybe I do know how to finish, you know? Like, I've got to be honest. I'm like debating right now in my head. I get asked a lot, Japes, what is your camera angle? Or, you know, what sort of camera do you play on? And as far as I know, that's the default camera that you're seeing on the screen. He put his controller down in the 2nd half, so it's just ended at 3-0. But we do win Division 9 with that, which is just fantastic. Even with that one loss in there, which is frustrating. But I've been debating... should I go back to 16's telebroadcast? Would I be able to finish on that or tweak the height and zoom of the camera angle here? Maybe that would help me out. So maybe for next episode, you guys might see a camera angle change, because undoubtedly I'll go mess around with it on my main account and see if I like one of them a little bit better than the others. I went out and I checked Icardi's price because, frankly, he's not my favorite striker. He's actually dropped in price a little bit less. I still think he's going to go back up eventually. It's just really a matter of time. I can always use the old tactic of listing him up for 12 hours right before I go to bed so that he's up overnight. And overnight in the U.S. is just a great time to list players because there are a lot less people playing, but there's still a high demand for your elite players. So because there are less people playing, there are also less cards generally that are for sale on the market. So prices tend to pinch up a little bit. And it's just a good time to sell, especially in form cards. So something to think about if you guys are interested in trying out all the different players at the start this year, then go ahead and just list your squad up overnight. And if they sell, that's great. And you made some coins. And if they don't sell, not a big deal. You get to play with them for another day. So we're going to go ahead. And I looked at this team and I just had like a nightmare about playing that false 9 before. Like the game before that. It was just such a nightmare. So I went out and I scouted out some more Pro League talent. And I like Rahman, a striker. I like Kali, a CB. Of course, I ideally would get DeWitt, but 71 pace for 250 coins within less than a minute. Don't mind if I do. There's DeWitt. He's the one that I've been eyeing up for a long time for this team. Syriac might have been a good shout, but 550 coins for a silver is too expensive for my taste. And eventually I find Rahman here for 250 coins. And he's 5'8", so he's not the biggest guy. He's pretty quick. His ball control could be better. Syriac might be a better shout. He's a bit of a path to power legend from years past, so maybe we'll have to pick him up, try him out just for that reason. We pick up Fawkett as well to play right mid. I did pick up the non-rare that I had before, whose name is escaping me at the moment, but I thought Fawkett had better or more well-rounded stats. 67 defending is pretty nice too. Ngala is his name, but I like having an outside mid in a 3-5-2 that has some decent, at least, defensive stats. Because for me, it's more of a box-to-box position. You know, and you look at teams like that would run a 3-5-2, and Juventus notoriously, and they use what are deemed outside backs in FIFA as their outside midfielders more often than not. So having a defensive stat for is just important, and it's nice. So gonna go ahead and switch around the formation. This squad actually transitions pretty nicely because Jene, the 71 rated center back with 81 pace, is just like absolutely perfect for an outside CB in this formation. He's only 5'9", but he's almost functioning as an outside back is the way this works. Tyro Ball's still not my favorite center back. The two CDMs, Jolly and Ndidi, are brilliant here, and Stanshu, this puts him in an even better position than the one he was in the false 9. It gets him a little bit further forward. He scored a lot of important goals for us, and he's a pretty creative player. So I'm excited to see what he'll come up with here. Also, Moses, more of an out-and-out striker, maybe can use that pace to get him behind. I've got two really pacey striker options right now, over 90 pace. It's a good-looking silver side. We do have 4-star skills with Stanshu, Moses, and Bailey still, and we're heading on into a match. And this, I hope EA fixes the menus soon. It should not be a huge deal to update the game and increase the responsiveness for the menu speed. Look at the squad. What is that? He's got an 87 rated squad already. That squad is outrageous for this early in Ultimate Team. And like, insult to injury, I was already having a bad day of FIFA. Jene tracking back nicely, working it forward. You can see one of the issues with the 4-3-3 number 4. It's a very, very popular formation, and if you can trap people in with it, it's super, super strong. But if you're playing against a formation with an attacking mid, there just is not a midfielder to sit on the attacking mid, and you're able to orchestrate some pretty effective counterattacks because of it. Lovely pass pinged over to Bailey. Bailey unable to beat Neuer, and guys, I can now confirm after only one match on Ultimate Team that Neuer is absolutely ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. So strong. Like, couple my terrible finishing with playing against Manuel Neuer, and Like, this is just what you get. I'm not taking necessarily great shots, but I'm not taking bad ones. I'm taking semi-high quality chances. You know, they're not perfect where, you know, I would say a perfectly high quality chance is one where you're like 2-on-1 with the keeper, right? And you decide to shoot it instead of pass it, and that's just like not the right choice there. But these are all like good shots and good chances, and Neuer just wants nothing to do with me whatsoever. He gets a corner right there. Aubameyang outleaps my defender. It bounces off of my other defender, the new man, Collie, and into the back of the net. Fouquet plays a great ball in here, Ben Arfa, but Neuer Superman's out, punches Ben Arfa in the face, punches the ball away. I just thought this was another one where I was like, what am I going to do to win this game? And like, I can't even get the rebound right there. I can't even tap it in. Aubameyang causing me all sorts of trouble. The 4-3-3 number 4 can be really, really lethal against the 3-back on the counter. And I didn't ask for much from Dutoit in goal, but he didn't give me much either. He really, really, if he'd saved that, that'd have been big, but he did not. And we're down, and it's just insult to injury at this point. Like, I have to step away from FIFA today. It's just one of those days, and that's okay. That doesn't mean I don't like this game. It just means that I'm a little bit frustrated, and I've got a lot of things to figure out when it comes to Ultimate Team. So we do make some changes, bring on some of our Serie A players, bring on Ilicic, bring on Bacca. Had to bring on Ben Arfa super early in this one because, I kid you not, 1 or 2 minutes into the game, Moses Simon went off injured. So I don't know how long he'll be out for, but it's pretty frustrating all in all. Nice pass forward there from Jolly to Ilicic to Bacca. Gets it poked away, but we managed to keep possession. Bacca, Ilicic to Ndidi, and it absolutely crushes it. That's what we were looking for. So we get our goal back really quite quickly, which is just awesome. And I was pretty surprised that not only did that go in, but that I was able to get that goal back that fast, because I had just chalked this one up already to, I just wasn't going to beat Manuel Neuer this game. Like, no matter what I did, it just wasn't going to happen. Bacca free, probably should have taken a touch, shot it across the keeper. I did not. Ben Arfa free, plays in Bacca. Neuer has his way. I could have played that one back to Ben Arfa, but as I mentioned, I'm not playing with confidence right now, so my finishing is debatable at best. I'm not the only one, though. I tweeted about it, and GCI Messi also commented and was like, dude, I just push it past the post every time. So it makes me feel better that it's not just me, but sometimes I do finish well, and that's a fantastic finish from Ben Arfa, and it makes me want to go out and buy Ben Arfa and never, ever, ever get rid of him. Hold on tight on Ultimate Team for the sake of me actually winning games and progressing. Anyways, I want to say thank you guys very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, a like or thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Other than that, we'll be back with another ep of Path to Power tomorrow. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.